All right, hello. Today I'll be backtesting the third week of August 2024. And let's just get straight into it. I'll see what August has been doing recently. Okay, so it seems like we had massive wick up. Holy. Yeah, okay, so we've been expanding. Um, I see this as probably a target. Check ES. Yeah, ES has been doing the same thing. Probably going back up to all-time highs. So I kind of want to see a continuation of this trend. It is Monday, so ideally I see us trade back down here where we have kind of like a rebalance before we end up going higher. We can see his most recent high, low. We're obviously in premium. Checks overall. Week, I guess so technically from here to here in the weekly time frame. Yeah. But I could see us maybe retracing Monday, Tuesday, start of week to continue the trend higher. So I do see this daily gap for us to tap before we end up going higher. I don't know if ES has that same gap. Yeah. All right. Let's just get straight into it. Okay, I did see this 15-minute gap right here. Ideally, I'll see us go even lower than that. And I don't think we have any like 30-second or 15-second. Nah. Better wait for better structure. No, we didn't have anything like that. Okay. We are quite far down from the daily gap. I wonder if we're reacting off anything. There's like a baby 30-minute gap right here. We took out this 15-minute low. We kind of edge these lows, session lows, so I'm not really confident taking this trade. Wait for a better move. Okay, so now we're at 10 a.m. 10 a.m. opening lower. Perhaps we get a. Okay, does not seem like it. I wonder if we created anything. Not really. Also, again, we didn't really manipulate. We have this 15-minute here, which actually ended up inversing. 30-minute, like a baby 30-minute here we ended up inversing, and there's technically this 30-minute, but that is like super. Man, I have to zoom in all the way. I mean, that's not even 1 point. 0.75, 3 ticks. Bruh. Yeah, that's not like a strong gap you would see. I do like how 10 a.m. open lower, and now we're having, I mean, I kind of missed it, huh? It would have been probably around here I would enter. But we have LR generated. 10 a.m. P3. Unfortunately, we don't really manipulate into anything, so that's not a trade I'd be willing to take. It does play out to the highs, which I mean you don't even really get a one to one. You have technically LR built up at your stock, and eventually, yeah, it's not go good. Seemingly kind of just dump. Yeah, this is not that good price action. There is no new key level below as well, so I'm not confident taking a trade off of this. Yeah, seems like pretty sideways price action. towards the end of the session, looks like we had a bigger move, but then kind of we just accumulated at these after these highs. Nothing new, right? Now we even take out London session, kind of just added on to LR. All right, next day. Okay, what do we end up doing? We ended up going way higher. We had like our actual move after market, after New York session and New York game. Okay, so it looks like maybe we don't want to retrace further here. We're going higher. Maybe we want to retrace here before hitting that weekly gap. So we are in that 4 hour. However, we have another one right here. Make sure we don't have any like 15-minute. We are opening into a 15-minute gap. Only problem is we are in that like that bigger 4 hour here. I wonder if we are like rejecting off. No, we have CE. Right there about. So let's see what we'll do. Ideally, I'll take a long, but it seems like we are tapping to this 15-minute first. Okay, we hit the 30-minute. It really depends if you have a reaction off of it. Technically you get like an inversion there. Yeah. What is that? 37. Let's see. Let me make sure ES manipulated. Yeah, 30-minute, 15-minute, 30-minute. Yeah. Okay. So I do see us going lower from here. We have some like a little bit of LR at the bottom. We have a stop hunt, turtle soup actually displacing out of a 30-minute gap. We have draws below 4 hour. I did earlier, I mean yesterday technically here. I did want to see a rebalance where we're like right here. So I could see that we're not even in CE of this 4 hour gap, which would be ideal to go higher if I want to take a long off that. So I think I'm pretty confident in like a short here and just target 1-to-1. Calm little base hit. Oh, never mind. Oof. That means we formed the 5-minute gap. Yeah. I actually want to watch this on like 30 seconds. Oh no, stop that. Unfortunate. Now there's see what 945 does. 945 kind of wicks around. We go higher. Wow, when we're just expanding today. So that's probably something I could take into consideration. We are in a 4 hour gap, right? I mean, I've never really seen a situation like this where we like barely tap into it and go up higher. I mean, technically, yeah. Normally, like for example here, CE gets hit. Here we fully mitigate the gap. We also had, actually no, it does have a wick. Oh, oh no, that was hit previously. But it seems like we are completely, whoa. Oh, I was synced up with this. I did not mean to do that. All right, well, we do have a possible 30-minute or 15-minute continuation here. And it looks like we are reacting off of it. What is this, 10 a.m.? 10 a.m. open lower. 10:15 open lower again. Remanipulate. Doesn't seem like we get a inversion. I want to wait for that, yeah. Hold on, I do not want to short. 5-minute gap here. I do like this continuation long, but it's like we seemingly, did we hit like a higher draw? No, we didn't even take out, well, I guess we SMT'd. But now there is technically less of a reason to go higher. We also hit this like kind of gap here as a, almost like a key level. I think today I'm just gonna end up fading, or I mean, like fading technically a second loss, especially since like you're in a 5 minute gap immediately. So no, oof, yep, did not like that. 10:30, open lower, and then dump, and then eventually we get the play to the CE, and then we get instant displacement off that. One away from 945 though. See anything open high. I mean, I can anticipate us hitting the 5 minute gap, but perhaps going lower from there. And that's end of session. Kind of just chop around. So unfortunately, it took a loss that day. That day was not that high probability, but it's all good. Oh, look, and eventually, yeah, we ended up. I mean, what happened was what I wanted to happen, but it didn't happen when I wanted it to exactly. So now we have a daily gap that will offer us a continuation higher on the higher time frame. And this was that us going out from that 4 hour gap. We have previous day high. We have that London session high from yesterday. We have these lows right here we can take out. Let's see what we do. So we are engineering liquidity almost. Okay, so we just got a, I wonder if it's at 30 second. Yeah, you inverse the 30 second here. Okay. So you're reacting off a 15 minute gap ITL, so that's pretty high resistance. There's not really session lows for you to take back. Actually, there's Asia session. On ES, there's none. We have previous day high as a draw on liquidity. We're going from internal range to external range. We technically already mitigated this 4 hour gap, so we might just expand from that. I like the displacement we have. We also have some like relatively equal highs built up pre-market. I do like this trade. 1-to-1. Yeah, I like the reaction too. So let's go ahead and take this. Okay, took out the highs there. Slight pullback and then TP hit. Nice. And then, yeah, all right, nice. It looks like we were potentially engineering liquidity to the downside. We do have stacked lows here. Some on ES. It just looked more bullish to me. And we don't really have an imbalance or anything up here to fill, or like that we could use as a key level. I wonder what the rest of the session. I think I just do this. Okay, hold on, what is this? There you go. Oof. I wonder if we took out previous day high. I think we definitely did. Yeah. Wow. Nice. So pretty good that day. Nice little W. I think we're break even on this week then. It's Thursday. Let's go into the daily. So we still have that daily gap down there. I think my FX replay is bugging out a bit. Okay, so we could see this was yesterday. Yeah, we did some crazy stuff. Ended up going back down a bit more. Now we're kind of just going higher. We rejected off this 1 hour gap. So let's see. Ideally, we kind of get like a resweep of that level. What are our draws above? When do we hit that weekly gap? We're about to hit that. I'd imagine we're probably taking that this session. So ideally I'll see like a continuation, but we'll see if it'll present itself. If we'll get a setup. It'll probably end up being a Kanto since we're kind of lacking a key level here. Or we'll engineer liquidity all the way down to the ITL at 10 a.m. to manipulate. Oh, come on. Nice. Hmm. Yeah, ends up being not have a reaction off the 1 hour ITL. Technically this 1 hour ITL we just took out. Wonder if there's something better. No, it's kind of a 4 hour low. But we don't really have like a good reaction or anything. That almost looks like a AMD. You don't have a 15-minute, but it's a 5-minute, almost like a continuation. But I mean, do you tap a gap or something up here? Do we manipulate into something? Oh my God. Oh, well, you have like this 30-minute gap. You technically hit pre-market. Yeah, I don't really like that. This looks like, because if that is a valid key level, then I do see this plane going lower. Especially since we had like no reaction off this 1 hour ITL. See, yeah, that does end up playing. That's just like a pretty weird spot. Especially when you gotta like go all the way back, scroll all the way back from like when was this 30-minute gap? In July, 23rd of July. Yeah, we kind of had like a resweep on that, and you get like a Judas swing almost. Very bad, very bad like distribution off of it though. So, and it looks like this we end up kind of accumulating or going lower. Oh, we do end up going lower, so perhaps Friday gives us something better. Let's see what we ended up doing. Yeah, we had a deeper retracement. We actually inverse this daily gap, and we're trading in this 4 hour gap. Yes, doing the same thing. I wonder. I probably should have checked ES yesterday, see if it did something similar, and that's why we had like that distribution lower. Hmm. So we're in that 4 hour gap. It seems like we've very slowly been going up. So this is kind of something like we just have to wait for market open to show us some sort of reaction. Oh wait, I have that going at 5 minutes. Turn off the sync. I don't really see this. Okay, unless we 10 a.m. manipulate and then we go lower from that. You're in like everything though. I mean, I love the short at the top here. You have LR built up. That does look really good. I'm actually gonna take that because it's 10 a.m. PO3 as well. You tap the CE, you go lower. You have LR built up during the session. You have session lows, more LR kind of built up. I do like this trade. Nope. Which is why I was gonna say Might as well wait because we're going to be in like literally a 2 minute, a 3 minute gap. Get a stop hunt, perhaps a second chance. Yeah. Now it's even more probability. Now I need to target these lows, get some RR back. All right, but this setup, it looks a bit better. Let me actually do this. You have the stop hunt. Oh, isn't it technically 10-15? 10-15 opened higher. Instant stop loss. So that's 2 losses in this day. And then we make our move lower. Like, wow. Crazy. Crazy prices just... Okay, perhaps a 15-minute con. You know, we have some more LR generate. Oh no, we're at the end of the session. So that's the first week. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the second week as well. Just because like we took 3 losses this week. Or technically 2 losses. 0 wins. So going into the last week of August, 4th week. Let's see what we ended up doing. Okay, so we ended up manipulating. Look, and we took out everything, bro. Just price action. Recently inverse this 1 hour. Perhaps I'd like to see turn this off. Continuation lower since we just have a bunch of LR built up. But we'll see. We don't really have any good key level below other than just kind of just lows, this liquidity. So ideally, is that the 1 minute? Oh my god, I just skipped 30 minutes. Oh my god. I don't even know why it was synced up like that. Or it was synced up like an hour. Okay, hold on, let's just ignore that. I don't know why that was. It should have been on 1 minute. That's my bad. I did kind of see what price ended up doing. So you get the inversion here. Pretty much instant Judas swing. So that is what I'm going to end up taking. Wait, unless ES didn't manipulate. Okay, so ES technically didn't have manipulation. Alright, no. It was 4 hour. Yeah. I'm going to target 1-1. Boom. That is kind of scary. I was trying to think about in my head, like, oh wait, did this end up having a stop on or no? But it didn't, so we're good. Yeah, it was kind of weird. I don't know why it skipped. I mean, I did have the sync on. I turned it off, and then it skipped like a whole hour, even though it was on 30 minute. Gotta watch that. But I wonder if there's probably like a 15-minute con you make. Definitely not a 5-minute. No, you kind of just dump lower. No, not 30-minute either. Wow, yeah, we dumped that day. Took out all that LR. Holy. Look at that. Where was my trade? I took 1-1. Holy. Took 28 points. Missed out on 127. Unfortunate. But you always want to take, or at least I always take those low-hanging fruits just because they're just more probable. They're more... You never know, like, in price action being weird, it could really save you. For example, if you had a weird PA like this day where we just stop hunt upon stop hunt upon stop hunt before we finally deliver. All right, but next day it looks like we are dumping now. We're rejected off this 4 hour, And then up here we had a 1 hour that we rejected off of, which was somewhere here. Or no, it was right here. And then we had this massive move lower. We're kind of accumulating. We manipulated previous day low, so I wonder if we're going to go back up. Let's see. If we have, okay, so we are trading in the previous week kind of gap. That's only in NQES. Doesn't really have anything manipulating into. Oh. So I'm gonna just play market, play off like a reaction. Okay, reacting off. Nothing really. What was there? Okay, there's a 15-minute gap here. Only problem is I think we have better draws. Oh, it's a 30-minute as well. I like how you get a CIC on the 1 minute, 30-second. That's also like very healthy. You have a stop hunt. You didn't take out all this LR below. We are trading in the weekly like gap here. Well, we are trading in the weekly gap, but because like there was that one day where I took a loss, where it was it was a short, and we were in technically that 4 hour, and we just decided to go higher. Well, actually, no, it was like after the session when we ended up fulfilling what I wanted to see. But at that time, you know, we didn't. I mean, ideally, I'd want to see us take out this low though, at least in this weekly gap before we go lower. But I do like the displacement you have and everything on the 30-second. You don't really make defense off of it though. Slightly wiki, but that's not. It is a pretty small conversion. Aim for a 1-to-1. Actually, did ES manipulate? ES did not manipulate. ES like edged it. So unfortunately, I'm actually not gonna take that trade. Just because ES didn't. Oh man, and it plays out too perfectly. Unfortunate. I'd rather see like a continuation or something off of that. Okay, so now we have ES manipulated and Q did it. Okay, but then we took out that low and now we're distributing from it. Ah. Oh, we print some slanted lows. Dang, bro. Unfortunate. I just didn't like to see how ES literally edged the 30-minute. Technically like an SMT, but I'd rather see true manipulation. But that draw was pretty obvious. You have these two stack lows. You have that low inside the weekly gap. Man, that's just unfortunate. And we just pump the rest of the day. Okay, so next day, or was the previous day? This was previous day. Wow. Boom, just pump up. Unfortunate. How we missed that first trade, and maybe perhaps like a mech model. External to internal. Or technically, whatever. Okay, so it looks like we did tap it to this 31-hour gap, and we're going lower from it. So perhaps we could see a kind of like a resweep. We do have true manipulation. Nice. 2-minute gap. I like that displacement. This will make up for, oh, actually, I don't like that LR at your stop loss accumulation. Let's see if the draws make up for it though. I mean, we kind of recently had that, pull back into the weekly gap. We swept liquidity inside it, and now we had like a distribution off it almost. We have kind of been chopping though. Here is that, but then chopping. Right now we're distributing off a 30-minute gap or a 1-hour gap. I don't like the slanted highs at your stop loss though. Did ES get a remanipulation? Right? was originally this 902. Okay, nice. That did play out. Okay, so I liked how I saw this on the 4 hour time frame. ES swept this. We have technically like a high time frame SMT there. We have the true manipulation on the lower time frame. Or not this technically not lower time frame, but like on the mid time frame, 1 hour manipulation. Only problem with this setup is like the kind of slanted highs, the LR kind of built up at your stop loss, but it did end up playing pretty strong. Oh, this is like the that extra stuff. I do really like that trade. I just like how it looked on the high time frame, especially ES sweep inside this 4 hour gap. Ooh, it looks like you had a 15-minute comp there. Yeah, definitely. What was that? 10, probably wait for 10:30. Opened higher, didn't really manipulate. ES. Oh, ES does not look good. Holy, holy accumulation. I wonder actually, do we go up higher from this? I don't know what this is. Wow. Dump there. We bled out. Okay, so what is this, Wednesday? All right, next week. I mean, I'm still kind of bummed out how I missed out on that one trade, that 30-second. Would have been peak. Okay, so it looks like we're trading. So this is, yeah, this is that massive sell-off we had from this like resweep on ES, and then we just dumped lower. Now it looks like we are either rebalancing. We're already pretty far past EQ. Depends if we're going to like respect this 4 hour gap or disrespect it. We did tap EQ. We have another 4 hour gap here. But yeah, they respect one of these, go lower, perhaps. Look at this. I like this, how we had a continuation of higher. We left that low, our ES took that up, but we had a pullback and continuation. It's actually 1 hour. So I'd actually like to see us continue higher. We don't really have any key levels though, unfortunately. So we took out that high in there, go up higher. Wow, we just rip market open. Straight rip. 5 minutes in the market open, we moved 116 points. Crazy work. Okay, so we do tap that 4 hour gap. ES does not. Here it is on ES. What are we at? 938. I do like the displacement we have. We did inverse the 3 minute. We're in a 5 minute though. I don't really like that. And again, here's an example where, oh wait, no. Wait, I'm thinking of something else. All right, well, 9:45 opens higher. We manipulate, so now we're in a time premium for 9:45 and 9:30. Wow, instant displacement. Now you get a 1 minute IFBG. You are in a 2 minute I'm gonna wait for it. Oh, I don't like that wick. I definitely don't like that wick. Man. Okay, I like that. Come on. We'll go one more. Okay, maybe perhaps we get a better feel. I don't like how we kind of are respecting the 2 minute gap here. It is now a 3 minute gap. Yeah, definitely don't want to take that. We open a 15 minute below. Yeah, I think low-key is my price action of the day. Hold on. What was that? Okay, previous day high. I don't know why that goes away. Oh wow, we edge it. We absolutely edge it. I want to wait for like PO3, 10 a.m. Okay. Keep going lower. 10:15 opens lower. Again, we tap into the 15 minute gap. Do we get a continuation higher to take out? Okay, I like that, especially on the 3 minute. LR built up from 10 a.m. Just make sure this looks good. ES. ES does not look that good. We do have LR built up. I'm definitely just going to target a 1-to-1 here. I'm going to just make sure to watch ES because I don't like how ES is like, alright, ES just took that high. We still have previous day high open. I don't like how it took that 10 a.m. high though. I'm gonna keep going. Oof. Oh, edging me. Okay, nice. We ended up getting it. And oh wow, we were actually close to 10:30. Yeah, we were a little close to 10:30 for comfort, but end up we open higher and we end up fulfilling at least perhaps previous day. Yeah, previous day we take out that 10 a.m. high. Nice, good trade. That is Thursday. Okay, so it looks like we're displacing through this 4 hour gap. We did have that big retracement into the weekly. Actually, did we hit CE? Unfortunately, we did not, but that's all right because we still displaced, showing that we filled orders. We also have like high time frame LR. We're displacing past this 4 hour gap. We almost inversed it actually. We do have like a bunch of like just slow price action all the way up. It looks like we did tap into this 1 hour, got a reaction off that. Looks like that's what kind of ES is in the middle of doing right now. I'm honestly just going to yeah, because we're already past that 4 hour. I'm just gonna see what market open does. I don't think I'll trade this day unless something really nice pops up. Okay, we have a turtle soup here on the 15 minute time frame. ES doesn't do anything though. We dump lower. Do you get like an IFEG or anything like that? Nah. I'd rather wait for like a key level to get hit or something, which we don't have until like here. Oh, whoops. Yeah, until there. Until this gets hit, I'm probably just gonna, sit on my hands, just do nothing. Or perhaps we get like a 15 minute comp, which we actually don't get. We slowly take out this LR. Do we eventually play out how I want it to? Okay. But that's like end of session, and you're asking for like an end of session reversal. And I don't really trade that. I don't trade after 11. And as you can see, yeah, no move higher, which was the ideal scenario. This almost looks like would have played, but I don't really like, you don't have like that clear of a key level or anything. We were displacing two from here up higher. I'm not looking for a short. Okay. So that was Friday. I think it was like what, Tuesday or Wednesday or something. I think it was this day. Or no, it was this day, I think. This Friday where I like missed like a 30-second short that I was not fully convicted in because of no true manipulation, which is unfortunate. I probably should have looked better at the higher time frame context. Maybe I could have done something about that. Um, all right, well, let's see how we did. We had 3 losses and one breaky. Or no, this was the one that I canceled, and I think I saved myself. So 3 losses and 4 wins. So pretty mid win rate. Honestly, probably should have just not taken a second trade on that day. But yeah, that is it.